Jacko, point on the road here at Boundary Park. What did you make of the game?
I think it was quite a tight game. I think we knew what they were going to bring, quite a lot of physicality, diagonal balls into areas where we were going to have to, work hard and have maybe a bit of fight balls, but we thought, in possession, we could kind of pick on some of the spaces, and I think in the first half we probably did that quite well. Second half it turned into more probably of a fight, whereas ideally we would have liked to, keep it a bit neater and tidier on the ball, but I think, all the boys fought really well. We looked out for each other, and I think, if you look at that game a few weeks ago, I think we probably lose that game, and I think that shows that we've come quite a long way in the last few weeks, and the resilience between us all and defensive shape.
Yeah, I mean, how important is it then when you're not having the luck on the ball, you guys aren't quite, executing the moves that you want to, that, at least on the other side of things, you're putting bodies there and, you're trying to stop the other team from scoring?
Yeah, of course. I think obviously for me, being part of the back three at the moment is, if nothing else, to keep a clean sheet, and you can't lose the game with a clean sheet. So our mentality as a three is to, keep it out the back of the net, and then obviously we can do as much as possible helping the team go forward as well. But I think, we've got lots of time to work on the possession things, but the one thing you have to have straight away is the fight off the ball.
And obviously Oldham, they came close a couple of times today, especially right at the start of that second half. Tell me how that didn't go in.
I just gambled, I think, put myself in the right position between me and Will, managed to keep it out. I was quite happy about it, but I enjoy that side of defending. I think that is the whole goal, is to keep the ball at the back of the net, so you've got to celebrate it.
And how important was it, not just yourself, but for that whole back line today, between you, Rags and Shippers, so many blocks, so many headers, just, like we say, we didn't have a lot of the ball today, so a lot of work for you guys in particular.
Yeah, I think the main thing is you've got to enjoy it. I think you can't not look forward to anything that's going to come your way. You've got to embrace it, and I think there's a lot of camaraderie between us now, and I think, even after the game, me, Shippers and Rags have got a good connection in terms of we know where each other's going to be, covering each other, and we know our strengths. So I think that's working really well for us.
It must compliment just how well you guys understand each other, that, heading into the season, that probably wasn't a back three of centre halves that many people have looked at. So for you guys to have got 3 clean sheets in the last 4, it's a big compliment to yourselves.
100%. Like you say, you probably wouldn't expect that back three to be starting 4, 5, 6 games in a row, but we are where we are. So we have to step on the pitch and do a job. We can't use that as an excuse and say, oh, I'm not a centre half, but I'm playing centre half, so I've got to come out and do a job, and the team's the most important thing. I think we're doing that well at the moment.
Now it's 3 clean sheets in the last 4, undefeated in that 4-game stretch as well. It must be feeling really positive right now.
Yeah, like I said, the main message is, that is 4 games undefeated. I think the main thing is the defending side's improved a lot, but to the point where we are keeping 3 clean sheets out of 4, conceded 1 in that 4-game period, and now we've got to work on the in-possession thing to create more chances and be more dangerous going the other way.
And it must have been really great to get backed by, over 500 fans, such great backing today.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I think, 5:30 is quite an awkward time probably on a Saturday evening, but, they travelled in numbers, they were loud, and they backed us all the way.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.